thought the native doctors were very strong. He was on his way to Turkey when we nabbed him. And he said to God, this governor, that's another area. That's another area that encourages crime. So, even if you suspect or see somebody involved in drugs, please just let the security agencies or anybody in government know, and we'll take it up. We have zero tolerance for it. We continue to also work to ensure that our people are gainfully engaged. I've always said that when you gainfully engage a lot of people, they will become unavailable for crime and criminality. It is an economic truism. There is nothing you can do about it. They say that I don't mind in the devil's workshop. Very, very true. So some of the things we are doing are geared towards creating an enabling environment for our people's businesses. Luckily, our people are business-minded. They are entrepreneurs. So all they require is an enabling environment to do what they know how to do best. So we'll continue to do that. In the area of waste management, we have continued to do our best to keep our place clean. I think having gone as far as we've gone in the last 20 months, we've now got to that level where we want to go to the point of waste management, proper treatment and conversion of the waste to wealth. We are at the point where we are taking proposals and we are going through them to determine who and who will partner with, so that all the rubbish we are cutting away can be converted into useful outcomes, like generation of power and things of that nature. So that is the next stage. There's suffice it to say that the Abia State Environmental Protection Agency has done very well. And I'm happy and proud that the members of that team are putting in their best and working around the clock to ensure that we are no longer described as the dirtiest states in Nigeria. I think somebody said that we are now in the category of the cleanest state. It's not yet good. We are not celebrating yet. We will probably not celebrate because the reward of this more work. So I use this opportunity to call on my colleagues who are involved in cleaning an environment to even do more. I believe that I have touched a lot of areas, and I would like to stop here and hand the microphone over to the moderator and the anchors so that we can take your questions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you once more for listening. Thank you for attending. Thank you for supporting the government. Wish you well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for things to once again. Distinguished colleagues, we will not waste for the time. We also want to thank members of the State Cabinet for being here today. I am standing by to represent Sun FM 91.3. I could be here.
My name is Jennifer Bassi, representing Flow 94.9 FM. To our guests and members of the press, we appreciate your interest in this event. facilitate this important conversation. With that, let us get started. Please join me in welcoming the governor once again. Please, can we put our hands together for the governor? Thank you. Thank you so much. This interaction is airing live on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM.
We also have 102.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Umaya, Real FM 99.1.
Also airing on Pace Center 103.5 FM, Sun FM 91.3 Ibere, Sun FM 91.9 Aba.
You can also listen to this simulcast, Zik 96.3 FM, Spain 95.3 FM, and Rapid 96.5 FM Umaya.
And it's also airing, streaming live on AF News, ABM TV, Ibere TV, and all online platforms. For SMS, you can send any SMS to us. We're going to read it via our socials. Number is 0907 462 1067. I'll take that again. 0907 462 1067.
Quickly, we'll start with online. We'll just repeat a single question. We'll not take 2 questions from you online. Okay, I can see added facts. Let's have your facts, please.
Your Excellency, my name is Kepukepu, and I report for All Facts Newspaper. My question is simply concerning the issues we are having at Cemetery Market. Is it the Izuku Market? Your Excellency, a brief trip a few days ago to Akwa Ibom. When I got there, my friends decided to host me. A grip was brought, and somebody said, I hope not my back. While you are making attempts, Your Excellency, to change the narrative of the state, the narrative that is coming from there is damaging the commercial hall itself. So,
okay, we also have ABM, please.
All right. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Ifani Okabe for ABN TV and radio. Your Excellency, the issue of waivers or forfeiture of pension and gratuity arrears for pensioners in the state remains unresolved. During your last media chat, you stated that the government will only revisit the memorandum of agreement if the Nigerian Union of Pensioners NUP returns what was paid to them. With this in mind, they seek clarification of the flowing. Your Excellency, are you asking NUP to return the pensions already paid to pensioners, or are you referring to another form of payment made to other individuals or groups? If you meant the pensions already paid, wouldn't that be considered and eliminate of the pensioners? Have written different letters requesting a meeting to address this matter. The first 2 letters, which are investigated, were submitted through the secretary to the state government, SSG, while the third was sent directly via courier after receiving no response today. Your Excellency, given paragraph 7A of the agreement, why has the government not convened this meeting to resolve this issue? Lastly, pensioners has proposed 3 possible options for resolving this matter. 1, to clear outstanding arrears as initially promised. 2. Settle arrears installments in immediate full payment it's not visible. To leave arrears as they are, allow future administration to address them. Your Excellency, which of these options are you inclined to consider? We appreciate your response, clarification on these pressing concerns, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Please ask the question from online. What do we have there online? Okay, 3. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Kingsley Alozie. I write for County Reporters. My question is centered on Kingsley Alozie. My question is centered on education. Recently, you approved the employment of over 2,000 teachers. Just to clarify what is out there, the previous administration employed 5,666 teachers, which were also disengaged because they were tagged unlawfully employed. Just to clear what is out there, did you issue a kind of executive fiat for those sets of teachers to be employed first before any other set of teachers in this current recruitment?
All right, thank you very much. Let me start with Kingsley's question. I am not aware that I disengaged it. And I can tell you I did not. So, if somebody was not properly engaged, then I'm not accountable for that. So, we set out the criteria, and it's very, very clear. If you were part of, you are 5,000, you talk about the 5,000. I'm not the one that is engaged in. But if there are any of them that is qualified based on the criteria we set up, they are allowed to apply.
Your Excellency, I think I was talking about the former government. They were disengaged by the past administration. Not your government. The administration.
I can't take responsibility for that. I'm not going for that. So if somebody disengaged, you may take your question to them. So I can only take responsibility for what I did. And that's why I thought you were saying that I disengaged them. Okay, so if I didn't disengage them, I'm just hearing the news. So please, if you know them, tell them to apply if they are qualified. Okay. If I can see you are not good enough, so I cannot say you are patient. So maybe you have been engaged by the pensioners, and it is interesting if you are engaged to better declare it, so that we know we are facing the pensioners. The way we are consciously quoting sections of the MOE, you forgot to also quote that you saw that they signed. Did you see that they signed the memorandum of agreement? Because I saw a newspaper report yesterday that said they didn't. So you can see that we are dealing with this honest set of leaders. The pensioners are honest people. Their leaders are dishonest. And we don't reward dishonesty. So if you made a mistake, you come and say, I made a mistake. Don't say I didn't sign. Don't say I was deceived to sign. You went to sign. You sat through. Somebody was owing you. I wasn't. I never owed them. And they kept quiet all this while. Some of them for 10 years. And somebody comes out to say, I want to clear this backlog. And they were excited. I've told the story several times. So once you start from a dishonest point of view, I cannot deal with you. So if you like twist the question 100 times, I will not deal with them because they are very dishonest. But the pensioners themselves are happy that they were paid. Okay? And these people signed from everything. And I said, no, it's not fair. Out of my own humanity. But I'm not going to be discouraged because a few people are dishonest. And I have investigated it, and I found that it is PDP, including their lawyer, is a PDP lawyer. So if they are not stupid, why would they hire somebody who had owed them for 10 years to come and be disparaging somebody who offered to pay? And since the time I paid, I've been paying 100% on the 28th of every month. Genuine pensioners are happy everywhere. But the contractors who feel they can make money, you come on, when you want to take pride, you put yourself in a position where somebody will now begin to ask you questions. I will not deal with that. I finished with them. If they like, since they have an option, they can go to court. The question to ask them is why didn't they go to court in the last 10 years? So I think we have sufficiently done with it again here. So if somebody is unhappy that I 100% pension every month, he should record the one that he has been paid and then go and continue wearing black. Okay? So please, let us move on. Because when I saw 2 days ago, I think it was the Vanguard, where they said they never signed anything. I said, yes, we are now getting there. Before they said they were deceived. And of course, genuine pensioners has. And all the company, when they want us to call them to negotiation, I will not call them. If they don't like what is happening, they should return all the money they have been paid and then declare a dispute so we can now go and deal with the dispute. You can't collect the money and then come back to say you didn't agree. It is dishonest, and I don't deal with dishonest people. Thank you. MNK, thank you for your question about cemetery and fake drugs and fake products. I was also as embarrassed when I saw it. But anywhere there is genuine product, there will be a fake product. Okay, so it's not strange that some people are making fake products. My attitude is that if you can make fake products, you can also make genuine ones. So why from faking it to genuine product and calling it your own name? You don't need to manufacture this biro or this pen. You don't need to call it the name that this one bears. Okay? So you can manufacture your food and call it NK or Alex. That's what I encourage our people to do. Because of the greed, you want to sell the copy as original, and we want to make the money. So I have directed my people in government to ensure that we will continue from where NAFDAC stopped, to really stop them in their tracks. If you want to manufacture a product, go through the process. Get a NAFDAC registration. call it, if it is wine, call it Obiora wine. It will not be Eva. It will not be a motor planet. Call it your own. Go through the process. Sell it cheap. That is how China started initially. They say, oh, all products from China are fake. Today, virtually every product comes from China. Okay? The time we were growing up, when Japan was, when you bring a Japanese car, they say it's fake. Everybody knew about Citroen. If you are old enough, Peugeot, Citroen, and the Mercedes and the rest of them. But today, Japanese cars are easily one of the best in the world. So, I do not have a problem with you making your own products, but I have a problem with you faking the product of somebody else and trying to pass it as the original version. Okay, so we are going to come down very hard on that. They are giving us a bad name, and that is not who we are. Our people are in lots of making a lot of things in our call it your name, don't fake it. That's the position of government. I don't know if I answered your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Most 22 regulars. Remember only one question. I want to see. Okay, go ahead and do this. Rapid.
Your Excellency, sir, good evening, sir. My name is Kingsley Omoka. I work with Traffic Now we have flagged off the 200 primary health care center in Nigeria State with the mucus and map that you have mentioned. So I would like you to clarify some issue, what your administration is doing to address the shortage of healthcare professional in private health. And how do you plan to intensify doctors and nurses to practice in these undeserved communities? Thank you.
All right, next, please. Okay. The lady, let's just move to the lady.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Collins, corresponding for Spain FM. Merito Collins. All right, Your Excellency, staff of Homeland are still receiving 40,000 naira monthly stipends. They are not even accommodated in the minimum wage and have remained stagnant in their position with no promotion and no leadership whatsoever. I want to ask, where do they belong? Are they staff or contractors? Are they civil servants? Homeland security. Homeland security. Why is it that you are yet to notice in the consequential adjustment of the Thank you. It's part of the first question.
No, I'm struggling to implement them. So we you can't ask for anyway, I'll choose which one I want to answer.
Thank you, sir.
We will take one last question. The lady behind the Merito. Thank you.
Sir, mine is on the ruling allowances of civil servants to the state. Sir, if I could recall, in one of the yearly, you did mention that the committee has been set up to look into the leave allowance. Then you said that those that actually observed the leave allowance, their leave that they will prevent their leave allowances. And up until now, they said nothing has been done. Find out from this.
leave allowances, allowances take when you are going on leave, right? So if you haven't gone on leave, you should try to go on leave so that you can take your allowance. Okay. So, and like I for example, we set up a committee to look at those, and those who have gone on leave have got their allowances. So tell those people that sent you that it's time to go on leave, so that we can also get their allowance. I had also addressed the issue of healthcare professionals. I acknowledged that there is a paucity of healthcare professionals, not just in Abia State, but everywhere in Africa. But Nigeria is hardly, if you know the number of medical doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals from Nigeria that are in the US alone, you will be shocked. It's the same thing in UK and in other places like UAE and Saudi Arabia. So because it's attractive for a lot of them, and you cannot teach them. And that is why I budget that we have over 16 billion. In fact, as a matter of fact, 16.6 billion that will go into retrofitting and the keeping of healthcare, health management, schools of nursing and midwifery, the one in Amantara, the one in Natal, the one in Abad. And the whole idea is to ensure that we continue to churn out new professionals. First of all, to fill the gap, and also to prepare for the rainy day when we cannot keep them, we continue to move insofar as the conditions of service are not, and also to keep them. We have also improved, and we continue to improve the allowances and their compensation packages. That's how we have thought about it. Mainly to colleagues. Why are you putting it to men? And you now took the lion's share by asking 2 questions. Yeah, so I changed your name to very big. Homeland security. So anybody who is on contract, his payment will be based on the contract that he signed. So if you are not a civil servant and you applied for a job and you got the job under terms that we have mutually agreed, then that is okay. And unfortunately, I did a waiver before I got here, and because there had been a waiver, and we know that the civil service it has much more people than they have. But we are not in a hurry to sack anybody. So when they are sacked, they will also become a problem. We need to look for somewhere to keep them. So that's why we will continue to manage. The head of Homeland Security is here, and I'm sure he is living I know a lot of applications that he has got today. People who are willing to join, even at the 40,000 that you are dedicating, people want to join. And that's what it is. The other question, because you agreed for me to change your name, I'm going to answer it. You agreed for your name to be very big, right? Okay, so your question was, why have we not implemented the consequential adjustment? Who told you that? We have already done that. And you thought it was not the minimum minimum wage that we implemented, if we implemented only the minimum wage, one, we did not implement consequential adjustment in that grade level 1 will be any more than grade level 2 to 3 to 4. So we have what I believe you wanted to ask is that there are some concerns about people or civil servants at grade levels 15, 16, and 17. Those are big men and women like you. And the issue of minimum wage is to take care of the small people, reducing the gap between the haves and the have-nots. So what we did was everybody got a consequential adjustment. But then the adjustment from grade level 1 to, I believe, grade level 7 were higher than for big men. So but the big men are pushing that their own adjustment should also be higher so that, that passage in Matthew where it is said that only he who has more shall be given, and from him who doesn't know which he has will be taken from him and given to him who has, so that he will have abundance. We don't agree with that passage. So we are still working on it. We believe that some more adjustments can be made, while our eyes on our ability to pay, because that is most critical. You can agree to pay 1 million and you don't have 1 million to pay. So it will be a situation of promising and failing. This government does not promise and fail. So whatever we cannot do, we'll tell you clearly that we cannot do it. And whatever we agree to do, we must do it. So don't let them put you under pressure. You need to return it to them to say, how much are you earning now? You earning the same amount you were earning before. I'm sure if you retorted with that question, they will leave you alone. All right? Have I answered your question? Over to you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think we're ready to represent our portfolio. His Excellency once again. As you all know, we have a number of stations who are carrying this event live. I'm definitely will read that out for you once again. We have PCA 88.1 FM. We have Flow 94.9 FM. We also have Family Love 99.9 FM.
Also be reminded that this program is airing live on Magic 102.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Real FM 99.1 FM.
103.5 FM, Sun FM 92.3, Berry 92.9,
Zik FM 96.3 FM, Spin 95.3 FM, and Rapid 96.5 FM.
and it's also streaming live on FM News, ADM TV, Berry TV, and other online platforms.
We still anticipate your messages. Please send it to the number 046267. Thank you.
Oh, good strength. I know those in print media already expecting that we will come. It's your time. And don't forget just one question. The print media, please. We'll have an answer. Okay. So,
Your Excellency, my name is Sonny Wampo, and I write for the Nation newspaper. Your Excellency, our residents and Eyimba supporters are warned that every match day, Eyimba have international matches to play. We move businesses, both transportation and micro businesses that the state should have been hosting such a big match to the Bible state. Excellency, supporters of Eyimba are asking, when are they hoping to have Enyimba, their darling team, play international matches in Aba. I have personally gone around Enyimba Stadium, sir, and that stadium, to an extent, is fall short of an international stadium, sir. What are you doing to ensure that not just Enyimba returning to the stadium to play, but to ensure that that stadium hosts other international matches? For me, sir, Enyimba is just having that international name. There's nothing to reflect to it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have behind you. Behind him, sorry.
Good evening, Your Excellency. I am Khalid, SE of Leadership Newspaper. I was happy when you mentioned that what is ongoing at Counterfeiting Bridge, the ongoing projects there. So as you move further on that road, you get to Mori, which has become a head trap. Recently, there have been 2 accidents there, which claim about 15 lives. Your Excellency, I will warn you, consider taking the same measures you've taken on that bridge to see that these accidents are reduced. Thank you very much.
Okay, final question. Well, you touched the mic before, we'll just give it to also ask the question.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Leonard Okapi of the News Agency of Nigeria. And Your Excellency, thank you for your efforts in the education sector, more especially this recent program of free and compulsory education. Personally, our organization did a special schools, and then what we discovered, of course, the explosion in registration, which is true. For Your Excellency, I am worried. My worry is that for the area of common entrance, which will likely be phased out, and have been replaced with another exam, placement test, and also the primary school living certificate exam, which also has been replaced with primary school living assessment test. Aspect. Parents, of course, from the information I got here, that parents have to register, of course, the schools, providers, and the other head teachers have to register their words for the examination. And this exam, they are asked to pay for the information I got here, 30,500 naira per student, per candidate. And we are talking about free and compulsory education. For somebody who you're giving free and compulsory education, being asked to pay such an amount, I don't know whether this is coming. The memo says the director of examination development center, which I believe is under the Ministry of Education. I want clarification. This amount that needs to pay 20,500 naira for the registration and 1,000. Is it coming from the Ministry of Education or coming from the private sector? If it is private sector, private providers or whatever, what are you doing as a government to prevent all this, to avoid this arbitrary charges on the schools?
All right, thank you very much. Let me start from you. I'm surprised I'm not aware of it. So what I will do is to, I believe the commissioner is not here. The Commissioner for Information, please, can you engage with the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education on this, so that we get through facts and respond. I cannot know everything, and I'm not afraid to say I do not know. I can be sure of it. I'll investigate and deal with it. The Carlo talked about the bridge, and then we're talking about another bridge that I'm not aware of. Mori.
Excellency,
All right, I will also ask, now that you have mentioned it, you know, like I did say, Rome, this bridge you are talking about must have started getting dilapidated a long time ago. So we take them one step at a time, to scope it so that we can deal with it accordingly. For Enyimba Stadium renovation, that will be done. Again, don't also forget that we are just 20 months. So we are taking things based on our ability, our resources. But suffice it to also note that we are not even stopping at the Enyimba Stadium. While we will bring it up to speed, we have also started the process of getting a brand new stadium for Omaya. And we believe that the township stadium in Omaya is so constrained. And even though we spent some money to just retrofit it, we believe that Omaya requires a standard stadium. And at the moment, we are engaging with a partner who has completed the design of a 40,000 capacity stadium. They are going to come with the money, and then work out an arrangement whereby they own a certain percentage of the stadium and take their money back over a period of time while the government partners with them. I'm confident that before the end of the first half of this year, that stadium would have a flag of construction. That is how far we have gone in the issue of stadium at the state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency. We're going to move to TV right about 3 representatives. Okay, we'll start with Africa TV, just in front here.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Emmanuel Mansui. I report for Africa TV. Your Excellency, I came to this place from Ohio, and my assignment spot was at that Murray Bridge. In fact, some people lost their lives coming home Christmas at that particular bridge when the trailer fell on their car and they died. So that's what Khaled was talking about. But I must commend you. I passed through Omenoko Bridge too. I saw what was going on there. Very good. So I want to say kudos to your government for looking at that. We also want to see such transformation on that Murray Bridge. But the difference there is that the Murray Bridge issue, the road connected there, was a federal government project. But as I talk to you, the contractors are no longer there. Work. So the people are for attention either that you talk to our brother who is the work minister to come back here and see what will happen, or the state expects, action. Similarly, meanwhile, on the 27th of December, another life was lost. And that was in my own village. So, well, during our last year's media party, I brought up the issue there to you. You did say that there was something you were trying with Newman concerning that particular road. Unfortunately, the last person that fell into that gully was that of the 27th of December before, and he was the 5th person here and the 3rd person to die there. So that tells you how important but very dangerous that envelope is. So I'm using this opportunity to ask that whatever plans being made about that envelope road be sped up so that we'll hit a sign of relief, recording every time loss of life. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. 2 more to go. You can see hands raised over there.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Chima Gede. I work with News Central TV. Your Excellency, before I ask my question, I want to say something about the Ezekiel market raid. I'd like to bring it to your notice that it's not the first time NAFDAC or Standard Organization of raid in that market. In fact, it's an annual event. But what bothers me is that why is it persistent? Why is NAFDAC, since they already know where this thing happens, but then every year they keep raiding that place? Have they taken any decisive action on that? So, Your Excellency, I'd like you to put that into cognizance when handling that matter. Now, to my question, between February and September 2024, some personnel of the vigilante service who were perceived to be, the strong hands of that security unit, we are disengaged by the leadership of the Homeland Security Service in the state. And this caused a lot of disaffection within the agency. There have also been reported mass resignations of some persons who felt aggrieved. Your Excellency, this has also led to the resignation of some more persons who are supposed to be contributing to the job that that agency does. My question is, Your Excellency, are you aware of this development and what would you do to remedy the situation? Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to wrap up with Chinwe. Sorry.
One part of Oka, there are 2 developments. Which one? Where are you from? There is no, let me start from you. There is no local government that we have not flagged off one road or another, including Obigwa. If you were there between November and December, you would have known about the road from Omo that transverses all the way to Itukwe. The last time I checked, Itukwe was Odigwe. I'm sure it has not changed. You probably may not also know that the Omo Road in over here is part of Odigwe. The road, New Maha Road. So we don't discriminate. There is also another part of Obigwe. I remember that links with Kepukepu. Where is Kepukepu? Okay, can you give him the microphone so that he can say it well? Hand over the microphone to the Prof.
Thank you, sir. We have 12.6 kilometer road that goes through 6 villages in Ogilume. From our hand towards Omoha, Oberete, Akriko. It's gone now. Every person is related.
Now, in Oka West, a lot of roads have been done by a Sopadek there. In fact, when I was looking at the roads that have been completed, some of them are nearing completion. So many of them in Oka West. So I hope it is the same one we are talking about. If anything, I think the people there are happy. Thank you for telling me about the water. We are almost completing. And this year, we are going to be embarking aggressively on water projects. In fact, we are just acquired a state-of-the-art massive drilling rig, which we for is in the state now, and we need to action. The good idea is to ensure that our different communities have water. That is going to happen. And Chimu, thank you for your comment about Cemetery Road Red. The way you made your comment, it does appear that you probably think I work for NAFDAC. I don't. So I cannot respond to questions on behalf of NAFDAC, but I can tell you that since we came into power, we have cooperated with them and given them support because we do not support fake products. So clearly shows you how resilient the people are. When you chase them, they run away. Tomorrow they regroup again. So we continue to chase them. Vigilante servicemen that were disengaged. Yes, I'm aware that, in fact, I approved the disengagement. And there were reasons why they were disengaged. And so you are now saying that some people are resigning. It is a natural tendency. They came voluntarily, and if they want to resign, you cannot put the rope on their neck and not to resign. What you probably did not also say is that they will lot more people are also applying to be engaged. So it is natural for people to take up a job at the time they like to take the job, and when they have secured another job, or when they are tired, they exercise their fundamental human right to resign. So it is no news that people are resigning. People are resigning, more people are applying. That is how life is. Emma Mazwe, Afia TV, thank you for your comment about the Imori Bridge and for the information that is a federal project. Taking that on board. I really probably didn't remember that because I was with the Honorable Minister of Works last Friday, basically to discuss the states of federal roads, the state of federal roads in the state, particularly the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway. I would make it a point to see him again so that I can get the contractors to come back to work, since by account it's a federal. Thank you very much. The question about the Oku Road, which said that we are engaging new man. I think we are almost there. So our people said, I'm here for you to apply. So since we have a professional who has taken over as the project coordinator for human, and he has also put this road and a few others at the front border. I'm aware of what I'm saying. I believe that that will be handled. I sympathize with the families who have lost loved ones in those places. I'd like to advise that people should be vigilant and careful so that we don't continue to hear stories of people who lost their lives in those places. I guess that's about it. Over to the moderators.
Thank you very much. This is definitely where we will, talk on the questions from various groups. I will go straight to the text messages you have and then verify them. Let's start with this one. It says, we residents of Lodun Domain Estate have repeatedly cried out over severe flooding in the land-port drainage systems and inadequate infrastructure. Many homes have been damaged, roads rendered impracticable, and daily life disrupted. Despite numerous appeals, no significant action has been taken. What immediate and long-term measures is your administration putting in place to address this crisis and prevent future occurrences?
The second comment says, good evening to you all. My name is Ifeanyi Michael from Umahia. I'm a member of the Abia State Vigilante Service. Since 2019 till now, I have not received anything called salary.
Okay, we also have this coming through. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Andy Chigozie. It is alleged that Abia State only generates revenue from transportation and markets. Please, Mr. Governor, how do your administration plan on creating more means of revenue? This form, Andy Chigozie.
All right, thank you. Let me start with the Chigozie. The allegation that Abia State generates revenue from transportation and marketing is not true. As a matter of fact, our internally generated revenue moved from 17 billion in 2023 to about 39 billion 2024. So we are not where we want to be, but our target for 2024 was 32 billion. We surpassed it by 7 billion. That is in spite of the tax holidays that we are giving some people and our non-aggressive stats in terms of internally generated revenue. And this is simply because of my strong belief in my position that taxation, revenue generation, is government's share of the prosperity it has created amongst the populace. So we believe that the government needs to give first before asking. And you will agree with me that the government has given enough and can now ask. And that is why in our projection for this financial year, we expect to generate over 100 billion from internally generated revenue. So if you have that kind of projection, then there's no way to be relying on transportation and markets alone. A lot of other activities, economic activities that are going on in the state. It is for government to ensure that its entitlement is collected by the government. If I Michael, he said from 2019 till now, you've not collected salaries in the AVS. That's very strange. The question for you is, why have you not collected salaries? Are you leaving the salary for government? Are you dashing us money? Why are you not working? Because sometimes people would say they've not been paid for 1 year. Next question is, in that 1 year, what have you been doing? Because I don't know how somebody will be working for 1 year, 2 years, and this is 2025. You are not being paid, that you are not working. So we need to approach the head of Homeland Security, who is here by the way, ensure that he knows you are working, and then you can now make your claim. But the first thing that occurs to me is that you are not at work. Because at least if you say you were not paid up to 2023, I can understand that. But from 2023, when we came to you now, we're not going anywhere. The first commentator, I think it talked about flooding at the low to me. Well, I've taken note of that. I've not heard about that before. I don't know where exactly this flooding is happening. But my colleagues are here, and I'd like them to find out. Of course, this is dry season, so we probably not see flooding happen at this time. And if it is in such a state that you described, at least we see remnants and traces of it, so that we can scope it and deal with it before the next race. If it's possible for this gentleman to give us his details so that we can liaise with him directly, that would be helpful. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, to wrap up, we have 2 comments that I'm going to take. This one says, good evening, sir. Promise-keeping governor. So your administration has truly launched the state onto a path of irrevocable growth and development. His Excellency, sir, when is your administration going to pay compulsorily retired directors their gratuity in line with the standard best practices and the spirit of the letter of their disengagement engagement, indicating that their terminal benefits will be promptly paid to them. The second comment is, His Excellency, good evening, sir. There is no doubt that your administration is dutifully taking Abia State to an enviable height. Mr. Governor, the public would like to know if pensions and gratuities are statutory aimed entitlements of retirees that worked for Abia State government, or is it gift from Abia State government? From Clinton, Ibe. Thank you.
All right. The Clinton, Ibe, thank you for your positive comments. And then your question about pension and gratuity, whether they are entitlements or they are gifts. I don't know what the difference is, but if you are entitled to anything based on a contract that you signed and you kept your own part of the value, then I believe that your employer should also keep his part of the value. The reason why we went back to areas owned by our predecessors is because we felt that it's only a good thing to do. Unfortunately, some of the so-called leadership of pensioners saying, oh, leave those ones. Of course, that's the easiest thing to have done. Just throw a hand to the air and say, I'm not owing you. I think from the time I came, I will pay you. But then, in our church mind, we choose to go back and defray what our predecessors were owing. And I think I don't want to say some of these people are showing and discouraging good behavior. Because just like my predecessors came and didn't bother about all those people, I could have known about them, not that you would do anything. But they're not my style. But I'm very straightforward and I will tell you what I can do and what I cannot do. So if you decided that you are going to trick me and you are going to deceive me and then collect and come back and know that you are joking, I'm going to work because I'm already got to that stage. So, however, the questions are being put from a solicitor and advocate who is not a legal practitioner. I don't think we know. Again, the first commentator made positive comments about the government and asked the question about retired directors' gratuities. Directors who are recently retired are entitled to anything, they will receive them. Gratuity, pension, whatever it is they are entitled to, they will receive them. If they have not received them, they will receive them. That you can take to the bank. I guess that's about the two questions you asked. I believe that should be the last.
Yes. I want to thank Your Excellency for the part of this very level once again, and to members of the State Executive Council also thank you for coming. Singing colleagues, thank you for always being here. This is what we have been but before we do that, we would have to also recognize other stations that were parts of this interaction tonight. BC 88.1 FM 3 Flow 94.9 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM. Thank you.
We also thank Magic 102.9 FM, Vision FM.
Special thanks also